What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, the other day was an absolutely massive day for the Call of Duty franchise. As we all know, Activision went ahead and released Call of Duty Next, which was pretty much a conference that was going over everything revolving around Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2.0, and also Call of Duty Mobile. And let me tell you, all of the gameplay that you're going to be seeing throughout the weekend, honestly, I can inspect it as much as I want, but there's not going to be really too much else to see within that beta and all the other footage because they went all out with Call of Duty Next. And I got to be real with you guys, I want to see more stuff like this. I don't want them to slowly sprinkle things out when it comes to the next Call of Duty game. I really enjoy that they just pretty much, shoved it all on us all at once. It was kind of interesting and enjoyable to be able to see every aspect of Modern Warfare 2 pretty much showcased live and in action. The only thing we didn't get to go ahead and witness was DMZ. Kind of disappointed about that, but again, they want to go ahead and keep that game mode secret. But when it comes to everything from, multiplayer all the way up to Warzone, they went ahead and showcased gameplay, the weapons, the animations, everything that you want to know about within this game, Call of Duty Next showcase. So I really do appreciate them doing that. Now, today's video is going to be my first initial impressions. I'm going to be studying gameplay and basically listening to all the feedback and everything everybody has to say who has been playing the PlayStation beta and also got early access into Call of Duty Next, and critiquing very specific points about this game down to the core. So trust me, I know everybody's going to roast me for the titles. Do as you please. I enjoy the jokes on this channel, but there's going to be a lot of different content between negative and positive stuff. Tons of different things that I have to go ahead and voice my opinion about. But today, like I said, we're not going to nitpick. I'm just going to give my first initial impressions of how I feel about what I saw within the few hours that they had at Call of Duty Next. And I gotta say, I am pretty impressed. Again, I came in to Call of Duty Next with the lowest of expectations. I'm going to be real. These past few years I've been trying to do this because it's made my experience with Call of Duty a little bit better. I don't think it's made my YouTube channel healthy because I completely skipped the whole year making content with Vanguard because, again, I came into that game with no expectations. The game didn't give me any expectations, so I just didn't play it. I wasn't disappointed, but clearly on this channel, we didn't get much Call of Duty content. This year, I'm coming in with the same expectations, but Infinity Ward, I gotta be honest, I've always loved them out of all the development teams. Don't get me wrong, Treyarch definitely knows how to handle a Call of Duty title. Well, today is a little different, but talking about Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 and World at War, those bangers, they know what they're doing. But Infinity Ward, something about their style has always just been very intriguing to me. So I'm already coming in as a little bit of a fanboy of Infinity Ward, but again, I pushed that aside because even though I love them, I hated with all my heart Modern Warfare 2019. But I only hated that game for a few reasons, between the footstep noise, the minimap not being the correct minimap from previous Call of Duty titles, and also the god-awful map designs. I mean, pretty much every core map that was made in Modern Warfare 2019 was an absolute disaster. The only group of maps that were good in that game, for me, again, I talk for myself. Everybody is entitled to their own opinions, but when it comes to the DLC maps, they were definitely much better in Modern Warfare 2019, but the base maps, my god, absolute disasters. And it added on top of having no minimap, and added on top of having loud footsteps with no dead silence perk, it made the experience awful. Now, within Modern Warfare 2, there are a few things. Like I said, I'm going to talk about these things a little bit more in detail in future videos, but sadly right now, there's not going to be a dead silence perk. I don't really know about the footstep noise. I couldn't really tell too well just by simply watching the gameplay. But one thing that I will mention is the map designs. My god, look fantastic. It's exactly what everybody's been asking for. It worries me a tad bit because they're not large whatsoever, and I am a large map fan. I like large maps because I feel like they add variety and they allow you to play however you want. With a small map, there's very selective play styles. If it's way too small, you best believe everybody's just going to be holding the midway point and not moving whatsoever. Nobody's going to be rushing. And if it's decently small, there will be some movement here and there, but the majority of the time you're just going to be trying to find power positions to hold spawn traps. But large maps, you can have people camping, you can, maneuver the map through little side paths so you can run and gun, or you could just play objective. However you want to play, large maps offer that play style. And I don't see them anywhere within Modern Warfare 2. Nowhere to be seen. I think they heard us loud and clear. Well, heard a lot of the community. Again, I didn't really preach that stuff, but I think they heard the community when they said they want 6v6 to be truly focused on when it came to the pacing of the game. Because that was such a drastic thing with Modern Warfare 2019, The maps ruined the pacing of that overall title. And even though I had slide canceling and tack sprint, ways to, abuse the movement to make yourself faster, the map still ruined the overall vibes. And I like what I saw. I watched all of the 6v6 maps, I watched the ground war map, and I also watched the Warzone map. Warzone, I might talk about a little bit later. I'm not too much of a Warzone BR type of guy. I mostly focus on multiplayer. But everything I saw with the multiplayer when it came to map designs, not just gameplay, the map designs, I loved what I saw. I just hope by launch or maybe even the next beta they'll have a handful of, at least a little bit larger than medium, close to large-scaled maps, just to add a little variety into the mix. But other than that, when it comes to an Infinity Ward title, it pretty much hits every possible objective that they usually have. The animations have been improved upon, and trust me, when I say they are improved, they are definitely improved. They look fantastic. There's tons of different movement patterns that you can use within this game. The soundtrack, I've always given Infinity Ward so much props for the soundtracks they have within their games. It's something that they always nail consistently across all titles. We can say that some games were just bad, straight up bad and boring. But at the end of the day, when it comes to music, Infinity Ward, oh man, they always absolutely kill it. And just the overall atmosphere of this game looks really solid. Now, I am scared to absolute death that in the future they're going to start introducing skins and just corny things that are going to ruin the overall vibe that this game has to offer. But right now in its current spot, it's starting off just like how Modern Warfare 2019 started off. A very, I don't want to say tactical because it's not very tactical. The way I watched this game, I watched a ton of pub stompers and pros play this game, so they're very aggressive, very aggro. So I saw a pretty fast-paced side of Modern Warfare 2. So it doesn't always have to be tactical, but again, like I said, when it came to the vibes and the atmosphere of the game, it's a very nitty-gritty, tactical-looking experience, It pretty much, in my opinion, rubs off the same exact vibes that we always saw within the previous titles. Stuff like Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. Those are the similar vibes that I get when I listen to the music. I look at the actual, animations of the game, the map designs, the artistic style when it comes to the color palette and just how they lay out the maps. It gives me that OG Infinity Ward feel. And this might not be a very crucial thing for a lot of you guys, and it's not really crucial for me, but it's just a little side thing that I noticed and I thought was really cool. The UI in this game. Now, not the main menu screen, obviously, because it is in alpha and in beta, probably won't look that amazing either. We don't know what the full launch is going to seem like, but when it comes to in-game, when you're actually playing, the UI, the points that pop up, the streaks that pop up, the field upgrade that pops up, all the things that pop up on your screen is just, it's clean. Like, I know, like I said, I know it's a corny thing, but I enjoy stuff like that. Like the classic days like Modern Warfare 2 when you get medals or something of that sort, or when you get a kill and the numbers flash up on your screen. It was really addicting back in the day, and this kind of gave me the similar feel. But at the end of the day, I gotta say I'm pretty impressed. But that's a lot to say coming from a person whose expectations are pretty much non-existent. They're gonna have to prove it to me within the actual gameplay itself. I need to get hands-on, which I will be playing at the end of the weekend when it goes free to play on PlayStation, and I'll be giving it a go when it goes live on PC as well. But until then, I can only visually see the gameplay on YouTube and Twitch streams and stuff like that. And I can only dictate how it looks based off of content creators. We have no clue how this game is going to be like when it gets officially launched to the public. We all know that every Call of Duty game is a night and day difference when it comes to the content creators launch, when the content creators get to go and play it, and then the game comes out to the public and everybody gets to play it. The whole play style of the title changes. The content creators, they're running gunning, they're trying to test everything out, they want to find new content, so they're exploring the title. When it comes to the public, there's going to be tons of people who don't care about exploring the game. They'll just find the cheesiest possible setup. They'll find a nice comfy spot, and their only goal is to, make you rage or piss you off or something of that sort. So we're going to see how the game will evolve. But I'm going to keep a steady opinion very flat because I don't want to get excited now and then obviously a month or two down the road be extremely disappointed. But when it comes to my first initial impressions, I am happy with what I saw between the weapon choices, the customization, the map designs, map layouts, the sound engine. Everything that I saw today or yesterday was pretty decent. But only time will tell. If you went ahead and you got a closed beta access code, make sure you go down in the comment section and leave your opinion on what you think of this game so far. Because again, you can't play this beta yet if you haven't purchased the game or pre-purchased it. So until the free beta comes out, for all the people who have played it, what's your opinion? What do you think of this game? Do you think it's fun? Do you think it's enjoyable? I don't really care about too many opinions about Ground War or Warzone or whatever they're going to have in the beta. I mostly just want to think about 6v6 and how they're treating the core multiplayer experience, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters, right? Ground War for me in my own for 2019 was the savior mode, because 6v6 for me, I hated it in that game. So Ground War saved me. But I don't want to have to depend on Ground War to enjoy Call of Duty. I can go to other games for that. I want them to perfect the 6v6 formula. If they can do that, then I honestly might have a decent year. But again, even though this video is partially positive, there are still tons of rants that I have to go ahead and make throughout the weekend. So don't expect, 24/7 positive content. When good things come, I'll talk about it. But trust me, there's a lot of negative things that they're going to introduce into this game that I have to go ahead and talk about and discuss my own personal opinion about. And obviously let you guys discuss it in the comment section as well. So make sure you stay tuned on this channel for all the future content revolving around Modern Warfare 2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. Bombs, I hate it. Leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so, Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch, link that's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.